What is good, YouTube? Tokyo back with another Bankrupt to Boss episode, and this one is going to be a banger. We finally got our first truck in our ATS career. We faced so many hardships, so many challenges, but we finally did it. Against all odds. We were in jail for 3 years. We came back, got our CDL, and we finally got enough money to buy our own truck. In case you guys didn't see the last video, we ended up buying a used Kenworth K100. We got it on sale. It was actually really good deal too. Oh, see, look at that. I'm already messing up the video. Anyways, we got it on sale. It was about $54,000. Yeah, I think we spent $54,000 on it. It only had 24,000 miles, which is absolutely insane. So this truck is definitely going to last us. I'm so happy with my purchase. But today, we're going to be taking a couple loads throughout Illinois, trying to get closer to that level 10. We're currently at level 5. But yeah, come along for the journey. Right now, we are in Chicago, heading to another part of Chicago to pick up a load that is now going back to Chicago, if that makes any sense. But it's paying us $3,000 and we're driving barely anything for it, so that's why we chose to pick that load. So I will see you guys whenever we get to the destination. Okay, we have a slight change of plans. The original load I was going to pick up is no longer there. I guess another driver took it before I was able to get there. So we are heading back to Peoria, I think it's what it's called. Which is a little bit farther of a drive, but thankfully it's not like super far. So I think we'll be alright. There's our trailer right there. Let's turn around and hook this thing up. Okay, that 370 horsepower was definitely showing right there. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to put like a 600 horsepower engine in this thing. Okay, one thing I'm not a huge fan of about this truck is the fact that I can't add that little computer on the top left of the dash that's like kind of digital and tells me all like the speed and all that stuff. And I really just need it for the gears because this has 13 gears in it, and I'm not using like a H pattern or anything on my setup. I'm literally just using the paddles, so I cannot know what gear I'm in unless I'm like looking in the wrong place on the actual dash itself. But I really can't see what gear that I'm in. I'm not sure what part of Chicago this is. I've never been to Chicago in real life, but it looks like we're close to one of the Great Lakes. So I'm assuming like northeast Chicago. We're cruising at about 70 miles an hour. Our ETA is about 2 hours. We're good on sleep, we're good on gas. We're just enjoying this drive, honestly. I love this truck. I am so glad I went with this instead of going with like a cheaper option. The only caveat to that is I could have went with a cheaper truck and bought a trailer to get more money, but I don't think it would have been as, you know, memorable and important because I probably wouldn't have kept that truck. But honestly, this truck is never leaving my fleet. I don't care. Never selling this thing. And I just want to say we've made so much progress within the last couple of episodes. I mean, just thinking back, when we got out of jail, we had nothing to our name. We graduated, got our CDL within a couple months, only had $1,500 in our bank account, worked our way up, and we finally became an owner-operator. Super proud of how far we've came. So I've been thinking about our goals for, you know, these next couple episodes, and obviously we need to hit level 10, and I think we're gonna move after we hit level 10. I'm thinking about going to the Pacific Northwest. It's really beautiful up there, and honestly I think we can do it. The only problem is we need to save up $180,000 to buy a garage up there. So it's gonna be tough. And we aren't allowed to fast travel to places unless we have a garage unlocked in that state. I know I didn't add that rule in there when I made the first video, but I think that's a rule I'm gonna stick with because I feel like it gives the series more authenticity, if that makes sense. It's more realistic if we're driving to places with our own truck now and taking cargo to and from the place that we last left off at. The only thing is that sometimes the garage, like whenever you try to go to a place, sometimes it'll like auto spawn you back in your garage, which if you don't have somewhere unlocked. So for example, if we go to Colorado, right, and we get that city unlocked, but we don't, oh snap, I almost missed my turn. I'm talking too much. So if we go to Colorado and we don't have a garage unlocked there, if we resume in another episode where we left off in Colorado, the garage will spawn us back. Sorry, the game will spawn us back to our garage that's in Chicago, for example. So I was thinking up this. So I came up with a new rule for this series that I think will help keep the authenticity going, and it is we aren't allowed to fast travel within states that we don't have a garage in. So for example, because we have a garage in Chicago, we can fast travel to other cities within the state of Illinois, but we can't fast travel to other cities in other states unless we have the garage unlocked. We actually have to drive there if we want to do a job. So I think it'll keep things, more realistic and more challenging for us, which is always a good thing. Our ETA is about 6 minutes. Hope we can make this light. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we just arrived to the Newport facility in Chicago. Oh, they're finally making us back in. Well, it's good to know that our trucking skills and our backing up skills have not, you know, gotten worse since we graduated. Oh my goodness, 400 XP. That is actually so clutch. That is so clutch for us right now. We really need all the XP we can get. Unfortunately, we can't take anything back from Newmont, so we're gonna have to look for another job in the freight market. Okay, I have no idea where we are, but we're picking up this load. We're about 15 minutes away. It's a pretty cool road, I can't lie. Definitely out in the middle of nowhere, that's for sure. Where is this thing at? I'm like venturing several miles deep into the forest just to pick up a trailer. Alright, it looks like we finally made it. Wow, that was almost perfect. I mean, we're looking good so far. I'm oddly surprised at how effortlessly this thing is accelerating. Maybe it's because this engine has more torque. I don't remember the engine specs of this thing, but that could be why, honestly. We need to turn left. This street is pretty busy. Oh no, that does not sound good. I don't know if this truck is gonna be able to make it. I really hope we're not hitting red lights, because I don't want to have to pick up. I don't want to have to pick up speed again. Yeah, this thing is struggling. We might have bit off more than we could chew taking on this load. We haven't even shaved off an hour from our original ETA. Yikes. Oh, you're gonna let me merge. Yeah, that's what I thought. As long as we don't get any more red lights, we should be okay. Oh, great. Now it's raining. Okay, we're up to 65 now. It only took us over an hour to get up to 65 miles an hour. And we're dropping back down, losing speed. Okay, we might pick up some speed here. There we go. That's what we needed. We need a nice little hill. Oh! Oh my gosh. What just happened? Okay, I'm not sure how I didn't get any trailer damage, but I'm like 90% sure that I just hit the top of that underpass or overpass with the cargo. Wait, let's see if it happens. Oh, I need to be on this side. That's why. I think it's because I wasn't supposed to be in the left lane. I don't know how I didn't get any damage from that, honestly. I put my Cruise control at 70 and it literally can't keep up. It's literally at 55, now 60. This load has already added 4% wear to this truck. I'm surprised I'm getting 6 miles to the gallon though. I've had worse gas mileages in newer trucks. Wait, what? I thought I turned my headlights on. Oh my gosh. I didn't have them all the way on. Bro. I mean, how many fines is that? Can we get like a counter of how many fines we get for headlight offenses? Looks like the rain is clearing up finally. We have just under 3 hours to go. Is that a station wagon? Sick. Man, the cops are out today. This guy better not be slowing down in front of me. Speed limit's 70, bro. Oh, you're gonna make me slow down, are you? I really hope this semi truck passes me. I'm not trying to slow down. Barely. Like, how am I driving faster than you right now? I'm carrying 106,000 pounds behind me. Okay, this might be a dumb question, but are there no weigh stations in Illinois? I've yet to find a single one. That is actually hilarious. The fact that I just said that and we finally found one. At least we get to pass it. Oh no. Okay, thank goodness. Thought I was gonna have to slow down for that truck. Did that say 55? Pretty sure that just said 55 miles an hour. After we spent so much time getting up to 70. Bro, I need this car to my left to hurry up and pass me, bro. I'm about to just intimidate him. There we go. Just a little intimidation factor. I'm getting over. I'm tired of these cars getting in front of me and then slowing down to below the speed limit. We're getting close. I think I see Chicago up there. Is that the Batman building? Man, Chicago ain't got no Batman building. That's Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee. Oh my goodness, these guys drive so slow. Why is it a 45 on the highway? Who came up with this? Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, we're dropping this off at O'Hare? I've never been to the airport. Oh wait, no, isn't this where we did our first job, if I'm not mistaken? No, actually I don't think so, because... Well, actually no, I think it is. Because the roads have already been traveled on. Oh, don't tell me I did it again. I did. I goofed. I could have just went in straight from the other one. What do I do? Do I just make like a full U-turn? I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, what are you doing, dude? I think it's so funny I'm saying that, but... Oh no, did I... Okay, I guess I can't do that. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Am I just making this like more difficult than it has to be? You know what, I think I am making it more difficult than it has to be. We're off-roading today. Just take this nice and slow. We're gonna pretend like the last 5 minutes never happened. Because as you can see, we parked perfectly at our destination. Oh my gosh, we got to level 6 in this video. That is what I'm talking about. We got almost 1,000 XP for that, and we got $24,000. I think I'm gonna keep putting this into high value. And then moving forward, after we finish high value, I'm gonna start putting it into long distance because I want to be able to drive all the way to the Pacific Northwest. What we're gonna do though is we are going to visit the closest service station. An N14 with 700 horsepower is kind of insane. I think we're gonna go 550. Look, we spent $18,000, but we made about 30,000. Okay, so I'd say good investment. You know, we added some things that made our truck look nicer, but at the same time, we also invested in the engine. It can carry more loads. We're not going to be struggling with those super heavy loads anymore. So yeah, I'm super excited for these next couple episodes in this upgraded truck, and I appreciate you guys so much. If you made it this far, hit that like and hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Bankrupt to Boss.